So let's paint a picture, shall we? You're chilling in your jammies, sipping hot cocoa, the only sound louder than the silence. And suddenly, bam, the fire alarm screams. You shoot up like a rocket ship, adrenaline pumping faster than my grandma's prize-winning pumpkin spice latte. Before you can count to 3, you're outside, bundled up tighter than Santa's heartstring, wondering who decided to torch Mrs. Higgins's prize-winning begonias. Just as you're debating the pros and cons of firefighting pajamas, someone appears, shadowy and mysterious, their face hidden behind a ski mask. Wait, pause, rewind. Am I telling you about the time I almost burnt down my grandma's prize-winning begonias? No. Well, actually, yes. But that doesn't matter because here's the crucial detail. This person, whoever they are, has a giant toolbox strapped to their back. They pull something out. Hold on. Rewind again. Who is this person? And why do they have such a suspiciously large toolbox? Is this a one-man mission to fix every leaky faucet in town? What kind of toolbox are we talking about? Because this is serious business. Are we talking Michael Scott toolbox where everything's a metaphor for life? Or more like Bob the Builder toolbox, guaranteed to fix anything? And does anyone else find it strange that these thoughts are going through my head? Actually, hold on, rewind yet again. Wait. Who's asking the questions now? You get the idea. All right. Stop the cinematic masterpiece. Let's cut the suspense like a poorly made slasher flick. The fact that you're still watching means you clicked. Not just clicked, you committed to this journey with me. You pressed play, which means you chose to spend time in my little corner of the internet. And honestly, that's kinda cool. Like you could have been scrolling through videos of cats in boxes, but instead you opted for this. And it's moments like this that make me want to take off my shirt and jump through your screens to give you a high five. Maybe not. No, definitely not. But here's the thing. We don't normally associate a thumbnail like that with quality content. There's this unspoken rule, this unwritten law of the internet that dictates our thumbs should be moving faster than the speed of light when it comes to swiping away on YouTube. The rare occasion we linger on a thumbnail, it better be serving us tea on a platter, preferably extra hot. In today's hyper-fast world, attention spans have shrunk quicker than my bank account after a night out with the guys. It's become a survival of the clickbaitiest, the most outrageous, the most absurd. It's a bold move for a creator to say, you know what? I'm gonna buck the trend. Screw the algorithms. Here's my message. Figure it out. This channel thrives on making sense of the chaos. The irony here is thick enough to spread on toast. The title plays into the very thing it's challenging. It's like calling your house messy and then finding a bag of dirty socks under the fridge. You knew it was messy, but come on, that's just rude. I hate to break it to you, but this is war. A war where the weapons aren't swords and shields, but thumbnails and titles. A war where victory isn't measured in land or gold, but in watch time and ad revenue. This war has been raging since the dawn of YouTube, and sadly, some channels are losing badly. Small channels with big dreams are getting drowned out by the noise. Their videos buried beneath mountains of top 10 scary things and what-if scenarios that could fill a Stephen King novel. As of January 2024, there are over 40 million channels on YouTube. Over 40 million creators fighting for your precious time, that sliver of your day that you spend watching videos. The odds are stacked against them. So how do you win this war? How do you stand out in a sea of thumbnails? Well, the answer, as it often does, came from my dog. I'll never forget this moment. I was staring at a blank canvas, metaphorically speaking, of course. My new video idea was due tomorrow, and all I had was a vague notion and a crippling fear of failure. Then Bruno, my furry little friend, jumped on my desk and barked furiously at my computer. I mean, really sold it. He was a method actor, an absolute legend. And as I looked at him, I thought, why am I torturing myself? I clicked off the thumbnail, threw away the vague notion, and sat down to write. That's when it hit me. I love the process of creating. Why hide it? Don't get me wrong, Thumbnails and titles are like the appetizers of video content. They're there to entice, to tempt, to make you hungry for more. But the main course, my friends, is the video itself. And I wanted to lead with that. As the saying goes, don't sell me on the sizzle, sell me on the steak. And let me tell you, the steak on this channel is piping hot. The problem is nobody's ordering dessert anymore. With the endless buffet of content available, people have lost their appetite for the main course. It's all about instant gratification. Short videos, quick tutorials, rapid-fire lists. It's a digital feast where nothing stays hot for more than a few seconds. Instead of savoring the flavors, people are just swiping through the menu, never settling down to order the full meal. But you're different, and I appreciate you for that. You're willing to wait for the main course. You're willing to invest your time, and that's pretty awesome. But let me be clear, this isn't a plea for sympathy. In fact, far from it. This is a battle we've chosen to fight, and we wouldn't trade it for the world. But it comes with challenges. You see, my team and I are storytellers. We love diving deep, exploring ideas, getting lost in rabbit holes of research. We thrive on the creative process, the satisfaction of a well-crafted script, the thrill of editing a captivating narrative. But the war demands a different skill set. Clickbait thumbnails, outrageous titles, they're a whole different ballgame. It's a constant tightrope walk between standing out and staying true to ourselves. We don't want to sacrifice our creative integrity for a few extra views. But standing out in this war requires a certain level of outrageousness, a sprinkle of clickbait, a dash of controversy. And that's where things get complicated. Let's face it, nobody wakes up in the morning eager to be outraged. But given the choice between a generic thumbnail and one that makes you question humanity, well, you know where your thumb goes. It's not our intention to mislead, to manipulate, to be all smoke and mirrors. But in this war, subtlety is a luxury we can't afford. We're not here to make friends. We're here to make an impact. We want to be heard above the din, seen amidst the chaos. And sometimes that means resorting to tactics that leave a bad taste in our mouths. Now here's where things get personal. We're not just fighters in this war, we're also casualties. Creating content in this climate takes a toll. It's hard enough to stay true to yourself when you're just fighting for views and ad revenue. But when you're fighting to survive, it's a whole different beast. Every time we publish a clickbait title, every time we craft a controversial thumbnail, it feels like a piece of our creative soul gets chipped away. But we keep going, because it's not just about us. It's about giving voice to ideas, sharing stories that matter. It's about building a community of thinkers, a tribe of rebels who refuse to settle for the status quo. And here's the most important part. We're not in this alone. You, my friend, you're part of this war too. Every time you click on a video, you're casting a vote. Every time you stick around, you're sending a message to the algorithm. You're telling the platform that you crave quality content, that you're hungry for thoughtful discussions, that you're thirsty for ideas that challenge and inspire. The war won't be easy. The battles will rage on. But with you by our side, we can fight. We can fight for our favorite channels, for the creators who deserve a chance, for the ideas that need to be heard. Together, we can tip the balance, shift the tide, and create a world where quality content triumphs. So here's a call to arms, a rallying cry to all the warriors out there who are sick of the same old BS. Join us. Join the movement, the revolution of eyeballs and endorphins. Join us in our mission to reclaim the digital landscape. Together, we can drown out the noise, silence the trolls, and crown quality content as the king of the digital kingdom. Will you join us in this epic struggle? Will you stand shoulder to shoulder with us as we fight for a better, brighter, more intellectually stimulating YouTube? The choice, my friends, is yours. And the fate of the entire YouTube-verse hangs in the balance.